Well, for the first time since the pandemic started, the city of Santa Barbara will charge fees for the space used for State Street parklets.
And News Channel reporter John Palmentary joins us live with that story. John, you found out one of the parklets was shattered over the weekend.
The parklets are back in the conversation because of design issues and fees that are now being charged. Also, some safety issues have come to the surface, especially in areas where the parklets are in a location where vehicles go by. This was all that was left of the outside parklet in front of the small press room bar on Ortega Street after it was slammed by a passing car over the weekend. A witness shot photos showing the structure ripped into pieces and shoved hard down the street, even though it had a heavyweight barrier on the side and a yellow sign up. It happened at 1:30 Saturday morning, right around closing time. No one was inside at the time, but someone had just left one of the seats.
She pretty much drove all over it and then just shattered the whole thing. So there was nothing to be saved, nothing salvageable.
Everything that was the parklet was sent to the dump. The bar staff said the driver was caught a block away.
Nobody was injured. There's just some property damage, and I believe the person was arrested. 2 people were arrested. There was like a 1,000-pound guardrail, basically, that was in the form of a planet.
If the press room decides to rebuild, it will have to keep the project within the footprint of this very small building, mainly because there's a driveway located on each side of the area where the parklet would go. This comes at a time when the city of Santa Barbara has begun charging $2 a square foot for the outside parklet space in what has been a weeks-long frustrating debate over charging for the city space. The issue was in front of the city council last week. Since the pandemic, the parklets have been on the downtown streets for free.
I will not start to recoup any of the cost of my furniture or the outdoor facility that I put out there until toward the end of the summer. And as you get into the later months, obviously you get less people outside.
The funds from the parklet fees will now pay for power washing, landscaping, staff to upkeep the area, and supplies. If it doesn't cover the cost, the city will then pay out of its other funds designated for other needs.
That cost is going to be directly borne by the departments that we all say we support. It's not just parks and libraries, it's police officers, it's fire department.
The parklets are indeed part of the big picture in downtown Santa Barbara going forward to the months ahead when you talk about the promenade and how it's going to look in the months ahead and the years ahead. Also, for those fees, even though they start today, May 1st, there still has to be some agreements that are being signed, and the city's going back to about 37 applicants to get that paperwork done, and then they'll be required to pay those fees. We'll follow up on that as well. Reporting live in Santa Barbara, in downtown outside of the press room, which is no longer offering a parklet for now, I'm News Channel reporter John Palmentary.
All right. Thank you so much for the update and all the information, John.
Thank you, John.
The 34th Annual Strawberry Festival brought hundreds of people out to Santa Maria over the weekend.